Hello. This is crazy. I haven't done this in a while. It's Max, the 808s and Cold Takes. We're here with season 3 of our interviews with our local friends. I'm here with Chino of Dinosaur Computer. First to season 3, man, and our first band, believe it or not. Obviously, there's only one of you here, but I guess speak collectively for them. What is Dinosaur Computer? And how many of you are there? What do you guys play? You know, stuff like that. How long have you been doing it?
So Dinosaur Computer is more of a music and art collective. I just wanted to make a space where I can get a bunch of creative people to come together in one spot, getting musicians, getting artists, and even visual artists and all that to kind of showcase their creative passion in one spot.
Okay. And how long have you been playing this thing here?
I've been playing guitar since like I was 10, so like 15 years.
Jesus Christ.
I started on drums before that, but then my dad grounded me, and then I was like, I need to do something. I'm going crazy. So then I picked up the guitar and started singing.
Are you multifaceted? You play more than just guitar? Like when you guys are recording, are you playing more? You're hitting the drums?
Well,
or are you
yeah,
jumping on other instruments?
Funny you say that, because like Loudmouth Plus, the debut album,
Yeah.
that's actually 100% me. I recorded everything and did everything on the album. Just because I wanted to get a concept of Dinosaur Computer to show to other people, be like, hey, this is what I want to do. Do you want to be a part of it?
You're speaking of Loudmouth Plus. What? Because if it's just you, what does that creative process look like? You're just sitting in the room hours on end, just I'm gonna do this, and then tomorrow I'm doing this part, and then tomorrow we'll do vocals, and like.
Yeah, I mean that project in itself was a lot of blood, sweat, and tears put into that. From recording some of the tracks in my dad's basement, and then moving out to Arizona, recording them in my brother's apartment, getting noise complaints and stuff, just because I'm like recording at all sorts of hours, and then going to California and recording some there, bringing it into the studio I used to work in a little bit, do some mixing there.
You said you were sitting on that project for 5 years or so, but how long do you think it took start to finish to like complete that?
I think I wrote the first song on that project back in 2019. And since 2019 to the drop date, I probably wrote like 2,000 songs in between that. Like, no joke, like just a lot of ideas were written, and you will definitely hear some of those on the next project.
Yeah. What kind of process are we looking at when you're writing? Like, you sit down with pen and paper and you write, or do you try to come up with something to play first? Or?
Well, it's like I've been trying to be better about that, just to organize my ideas, because like all of those ideas are just in my head, but they're more just like melody ideas, song structure, chords, rhythms, stuff like that. And then I like to pick one out and then work on it, and then get it to a certain point, and I'm just like, what does this need? Like, do I need another verse? And then like I go back and then I find another part from a different thing and think that it can go well with that, and then try that out.
What is like
a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah, like on average time, how long do you think it would take you to make a song like front to back almost? So like obviously it sounds like it's more of a piece by piece, but like what do you think is the fastest song you've written versus a song that's taken, maybe years to write?
The fastest song, I think, was Take Flight. Take Flight off the debut album was the first take and first version. I'm pretty sure that I even used the same original mix that I did for that, like, and just had it, I slightly mastered it, but like that one was just like, I put it all together, and that was it. But other songs, I think the longest song, it took me the longest time, was Loudmouth.
What do you think is your favorite and least favorite part about making music?
Just battling. I've kind of overcame it, and that's why I went on a hiatus for a while, because like I was trying to write music that would please people.
Yeah.
Because like I've had a lot of like constructive criticism on my music, but just for sharing it with friends and people around me. So I kind of just stepped away because it was just so overwhelming. Because I was like, do people actually like this? Like, am I making good music? Do I like it? But then I was just trying to find that blend. As long as I'm able to impact even just like 10 people, I'm fine with that. Like, if I can make an impact on 10 people's lives than like 10 million, I'd rather do that.
Yeah. It's like they always say it's like you get 30 likes on something, but 30's a lot of people when you put them in a room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like put them in this room.
yeah, you put them in this room and we're stuffed, man. I kind of want to go back, jump back a little bit to the start of the whole Dinosaur Computer. I have to ask, just seeing your logo and like the Dinosaur Computer, is that like the Google guy that when you run out of internet and you play the Google T-Rex?
It has some influence from that.
Because I saw the logo and I'm like, that looks familiar. That looks like something I saw in like 4th grade when the internet would go out at school.
Good. It's supposed to give you some nostalgic
Yeah,
feel, you know?
yeah.
But yeah, it's like just really simple line work. I didn't create it. My wife actually created it,
Yep.
but
How'd you come up with that name?
it has two stories behind it. The first reason why I chose that is because the full debut album, Loudmouth Plus, was recorded on a really old computer. I had some friends who were helping me trying to get together the project a few years back, and they would always be like, pull out the Dinosaur Computer, let's work on some tracks, you know? And then the concept kind of evolved of what I have for Dinosaur Computer as like a whole idea, and that's bringing together all sound and art from early decades to now. So that's where the dinosaur comes in, like
Yeah,
taking influence from classical music or like classical videos or
yeah,
music from the 60s, 80s or whatever, and then incorporating that and bring it into modern day music and pop music and having like influence from that,
yeah.
the computer side of it. So like the Dinosaur Computer.
I like that a lot. Huh. Okay, we're gonna take a break real quick, and then we'll be back here with Chino. To my surprise going into this, I was under the impression that there was multiple of you guys, and you've told us now that it's just you working on that past project. Do you think that over time there will be solidified members of the group?
Kind of what I have now is that I'm finding these passionate musicians and artists who just want to make music. I want to make someone feel confident enough to do something and just
be an outlet.
trying to make it in music.
Yeah,
You know?
that's such a cool idea, man. I've never even thought about that on like a local level, because you see that a lot, especially like in hip hop with like producers where they do all these albums where they bring all their friends on and stuff, and like everybody has their own career outside of the group or the album. But I've never thought about it on like just the homies, just people around that I meet, doing what we do. That's just I admire that quite a bit.
Thanks, man.
Another question I was going to ask when we were talking about a Dinosaur Computer and just like origins and inspiration, if you will, it is kind of a corny question, but who do you think are your biggest inspirations musically?
This project specifically, I hear influences from like Young the Giant, Cage the Elephant, Arctic Monkeys, The Strokes,
Hmm.
The Beatles, The Kooks, who else? Tame Impala, little Bob Dylan vibes in there too. But yeah, I feel like that project, I would say that, but this next project is gonna be a bit different.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Do you ever want to experiment outside of, some of the more traditional sounding like instrumental music, like, or do you want to branch into stuff that's like go towards like an R&B, or like go towards, even if you want to go just super old school instrumental, like something that's more classical? Do you ever have ideas of doing stuff like that?
I was telling you off camera, like how I do want to do some like ensemble arrangements with strings and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I think that'd be really sick and just something I really want to tap into.
Well, best of luck with that, man. That'll
Thank
be
you.
awesome. What is something I've noticed, and even talking with you today, you guys, you perform a lot, man. And even today, day of recording this, you guys are literally going to Tucson. to perform tonight. What is it like kind of performing with all these other individuals? Have you met anybody that you're like, okay, well, I'd like to work with them? And then what do you think is your favorite show that you've done so far?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of cool connections, even with bands that I was on bills with that I'd love to try to work with in the future as well. A favorite show, probably my last show on my little tour that I did. I love the vibes of just that whole tour because it was with a nonprofit called the Extreme Tour,
Oh, nice.
and they're like a touring organization that puts on events and music festivals and stuff, and it's like the skate and like extreme sports
Mm.
influence. Every show that we went to, every city that we went to, we would basically go on the street and street perform to get people to come to the shows. Also, like, shared our love for God and stuff because it was kind of like Christian based. It was nice to like see other people in the music industry that also were like Christian, because like before I found Jesus, like I was not saved, and I give that all to him. It was nice to do that tour, um, and just like reaching people, street performing. Like we were it was so crazy that we were even street performing at the times we were doing it, because we actually started street performing like 11 p.m. We got to this train stop, and we sat there for a few hours, and there was just a lot of homeless people there, just kind of just sitting there and just hanging out, you know. We were just playing for them. I would say that was probably my favorite show that I've done. Like just seeing that initial, like that music touch that person, and like some of those people are just like really out of it. You could see something in the back of their eyes just like kind of click.
You mentioned living in California. Are you from Arizona originally?
No, I'm from New York.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
How'd you get over here? How do you get all the way over here?
It was a journey.
Yeah, I was about to say, my dang.
I walked 3,000 miles.
Yeah. We have an old friend of the show, Jayani. He's a rapper, but he says that he does a lot of bills with punk artists and stuff like that, and he does a lot of like band shows.
Nice.
Because they're just super supportive, and they've like tripled his audience basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm curious if you kind of have that same experience when you get on these bills. Are you greeted with a lot of support in that realm, where you're just building your fan base off of people that have never heard of you before?
I've seen growth each show.
I guess as we conclude here, we get kind of towards the end of this interview. What does the rest of this year look like for you? Are you guys doing another album, tours, anything? Like, what do you have coming up that you would want to plug and, you know, kind of talk about?
Obviously trying to do some more stuff like this. Like, thank you for the opportunity, for real. This
course,
is really
of
cool.
course.
I'm glad we were
Anything you
able to
need,
do
man.
this.
Anything you need. That's our job.
But getting together some videos, and working on this next project. This next project, I'm hoping for it to be a deluxe album. So it's like basically a really extended album, just to give some more room for people to join. That's probably gonna be my plan, is to make that the end of 2026 into 2027, as well as working on some sort of solo project. I'm hoping to do my solo project while I'm on the road in June, end of June into July, starting that, hitting the road, and just trying to make those more initial connections and stuff with other people in the country.
I have two more questions, and they're two questions I ask every single time. One of them I just forgot to ask earlier today. But what would you say is your earliest music memory?
So we had this old playground at my farmhouse back in New York, and I set up all of these buckets, and I was just like literally just playing playing in my underwear. Like I was probably like 5 or something like that. And then like I could just see my stepmom, and she's looking down at me while I'm doing this, and I'm just like
Just rocking out.
just like shaking her head.
You're born to do it, man. You're born to do it. That's beautiful. That's sweet. Oh man. And then second question, it kind of puts you on the spot because I think we forgot to tell you ahead of time. So if you don't have one, that's fine. But here at 808s and Cold Takes, we sort of just specialize in one thing, and that's really bad music opinions or very unpopular ones. And I'm curious if you have what we would call a cold take, a very unpopular opinion.
I would say for the audience to like shy away from AI music just because
Yeah,
there's not any sentimental connection to that. It's just being made with a computer, and it's not sharing actually emotions of people. It's like it can sound really believable, but just like having it, just knowing that nothing was actually made by someone is a little unsettling to me, just because like
yeah,
how important music is to me and sharing my emotions and trying to help people with my experiences and stuff. Like I feel like AI can't really replicate that in a way that an actual person can.
I agree. I agree. Yeah, I find it extremely unsettling. And also jeopardizing to people that I think are just so talented. You know,
Yeah.
people like you that there's these robots that get record deals that, you know, aren't even real people and don't put in the work. And then we see people like you that work and other friends of ours, and it's sad to see. So I'm there with you.
It's fooled me a few times where I'm like, I've had someone show me and then like I had to listen to it a few times. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's AI.
This don't sound right.
Once you listen to it a few times, you can kind of tell it's AI, but
Yeah.
uh, yeah.
It's only gonna get worse too. That's the crazy part. It's just like I remember back in the day, there was this website back when I was in like high school, and there was this website where like you could like make people. They were always like like it'd be like Kanye West or you know something like that, where it's like you can make them say sentences using words from their vernacular that they've said on the internet. And so it was like the more interviews they had and stuff like that, the more they could say. And I just remember it always being so bad, and it was just like they never sounded right because it's like they've never said the word produce before, and it's like three different interviews like chopped together to put the word together. And now here we are where it's like they have all these like face capture stuff, and it's just crazy. Is
It's
there
crazy.
is there anything else you want to plug or talk about before we get out of here, man?
Thank you guys so much for all the support, following this journey of Dinosaur Computer. Really excited to share everything that's coming out in the future.
Where can they find you?
At Dinosaur Computer.
You got the same handle? There's nothing else to
Oh
it?
yeah,
That's
that's
great.
the only handle.
That's great.
But
Dinosaur
also,
Computer.
dinosaurcomputer.com.
Sweet. Check him out on tour. Check out his music. Thank you for coming on the show.
Appreciate it, bro.
Bye-bye.